Today is Wednesday, April the 30th, 1997. This is the 50th anniversary of the Sarnia Minor Athletic Association. We gather once a year to thank and congratulate all that have been a part of this SMAA organization. And also to remember that in 1944, a small handful of sports enthusiasts in Sarnia formed the Sarnia Minor Athletic Club that started the flame that deeply influenced the lives of many youth, parents, and volunteers over the years. Their part may have been as a player, as a coach, manager, a scorekeeper, or a spectator. It took many more volunteers to kindle the flame so that in 1947 the Sarnia Hockey Federation and the Sarnia Baseball Federation merged with Sarnia Minor Athletic Club to present at this time football, hockey, baseball, all leagues of bantam, midgets, and juvenile boys, 12 years to 19 years. In 1944, sports in Sarnia was for the boys only, but in 1947, the SMAA included girls 4 years to 19 years. And after 50 years, still do. One of the first presidents was Earl Russell. His motto was, promotion of minor sports isn't to promote big league stars, but to see a person with a sports mind become successful in his or her life. We have Earl Russell Park on Divine Street to remember the many hours of volunteering this dedicated man gave our youth. Under the new formation in 1947 of SMAA, another early president was W.J. Miller, and many new volunteers joined him. One volunteer was my dad, James Welford Chater. After only 2 years, scorekeeping, coaching, and convening, he stepped up to president. He loved the baseball fields and the bowling lanes. My brothers came up through the baseball fields and later coached, and then as spectators. My sisters and I loved the bowling and became quite good at it, as we thought. We bowled at Mitten Street and at Graham's. As Dad polished his people skills, he took on many positions to help improve the SMAA on many committees and as president again. In 1961, a trophy was presented to Dad from his friends and associates in SMAA, emblematic of his outstanding contribution to minor athletics. The following year, he donated his trophy to another outstanding SMAA volunteer, Clarence Cranston. Every year, a committee selects a volunteer that has been outstanding in the development of youth in the SMAA. Some of these have been Cliff Hawking, Dutch Davies, John Slobodnik, Elaine and George White, Fraser Chafee, Donna Hall. And also seen here in 1978 was Don Waugh, receiving Man of the Year trophy from myself, Joyce Demeester, and Doug Chater, Dad's grandson. Some others were Wilf Raymer, Don Fowley, Charlie Birkinshaw, Mabel Gardner, Sonny and Robbie Leneve, Brian Hill, Ron Smith, Murray Edgar. Others have been Rose Hodgson, Bonnie Young, Jill and Carol Jean, Lyle Kirk, and seen here are Marion and Eric Digger Woods in 1985, shown here receiving from my brother, Wilf Chater. And seen here in 1989, being honored with Dad's trophy by my brother, Wilf, and my son, Patrick Demeester, is Edith Edgar. A few more that I recall are Mark Spence, Murray and Denise Rempel, Debbie Hill, Lloyd and Ruth Ann Windover, and here is Judy Hutchison in 1996, proudly displaying the James Wilford Chater Memorial Trophy Award for her outstanding contribution to minor athletics. One every year for 36 years. Who will be honored this year of 1997? In finishing, I would like to share a few words that Jack Fullerton wrote for the press after my dad's passing. I am poorer for Jim's passing, and so are thousands of youth too, but there are hundreds of young men and women who are richer because of him. Jim's glasses donate that he could not see things physically well, but he had an inner eye that could see a boy who could be kept out of trouble by keeping him busy on the ball field, or a girl who would become a solid citizen because she found herself a friend in SMAA bowling team. In this 50th year of the SMAA, sports are strong. Baseball, hockey, lacrosse, boys fastball, 5-pin bowling, girls fastball, football, 10-pin bowling, golf, cricket, inline, field lacrosse. We are always looking to the future for fresh volunteers and maybe a concession stand in the J.W. Chater Fieldhouse in Germain Park someday. That may be a good move. Good sports today, good citizens tomorrow. Yes,